Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on, YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Once again, something from Off Grid Knives, which is cool because we didn't get to see anything from them for months and months and months, and now basically back to back, just like its note says, actually. He says, hey, back to back, the new Mamba EDC has arrived. First time using M398, very cool. M398, anybody who doesn't know, is dramatically, in terms of edge retention, it is dramatically superior to M390, which is already a really good steel for edge retention when heat treated properly. But I didn't realize this. Somebody in my comments said that it's actually fairly similar, if not extremely similar, to CPM S125V, which is pretty interesting. I actually don't know if that's true, but anyways, not only M398, but he's using his Taiwan OEM for this particular Elite Series knife. So that's pretty cool. So these knives are not made in China, they're made in Taiwan. I believe this is the very first knife that I have ever taken a look at that is both M398 and manufactured in Taiwan. Pretty cool. I'll have the appropriate links for these knives down in the description. Love off-grid knives. Their Elite Series in particular, I think, is really cool. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. I didn't actually open this all the way. It's just when I removed them from the exterior packaging, I accidentally cut into that first one there. So we're going to open this one first, and then we'll take a look at the other one. Mamba EDC Off-Grid Knives Elite Series. So they do make budget knives. They do make less expensive knives, and you guys can explore all those on their website. But this is an Elite Series knife. Ooh, I do like that. I remember reviewing the budget version of this, which is probably still available on their site. Big old chunky boy here. Pocket clip, kind of medium heavy retention on the pocket clip. Nice flipping action. Black wash on this guy, and then I have to assume that's titanium. I think it's just chunky. Yeah. For a second, I was like, surely that's not steel. Incredibly smooth action. Very, very smooth action. And then we have M398. Very, very cool. Now, I don't know what they're heat treating their M398 to. I think 63 or even 64. It's kind of like, not all steels are absolutely better when you keep pushing them harder, but this steel is not in any way in terms of its composition like MagnaCut. It is like MagnaCut in that it really optimizes in terms of its edge retention and whatever else it's trying to balance with. In the case of MagnaCut, this is a really bad example. I know people are going to jump on me for this. MagnaCut has its optimal balance, according to the community, at about 63-64 HRC. Now, the optimal balance for M398, because it's an entirely different steel and it's geared towards entirely different elements, right? It kind of optimizes because it's very, very not tough, but it's balancing what it's trying to do best at, I think, 63-64, which is really where you're going to get the most out of the edge retention, and then still maintaining those stainless properties, which it is. It is still a stainless steel, not quite as stainless as M398. I cannot get over how smooth that is. That is ridiculous. It's not as stainless as M390, but still very, very stainless. A little booklet here. Okay. I'm actually kind of curious about what this is. I totally didn't open that with my teeth there. Totally not. Okay. Oh, it's okay. So it's this. We have the contact card, the warranty card. We got the microfiber pouch. Oh, we have we got all the stuff. All right. Cool. Very cool. Okay. Just looking to see if there's any models that I haven't seen yet. Probably are. I really like that. Is it the Stinger XL? That was a fun one. Got to do an Elite version of that one too. That'd be cool. All right, let's open up this other one. Hopefully. So by the way, I should say this. Even if he's not at 63-64, it's okay. M398, even at 61, has absolutely outrageous edge retention. Can it go higher and should it go higher? I think so. Is 61, 62 bad? No. M398 actually has a huge range, and it is still very, very incredible. It's not like when you heat treat M390 to 59. M390 at 59 might as well just be a different steel, right? So anyways. Oh, we got that champagne. I like this. Is immediately my favorite. Let you guys take a look at that. Hexagonal texturing. It's very light texturing up close. We have that nice little perimeter there. Heavy, it's almost radiused here at the edge. Titanium frame lock, exactly the same thing. Exactly, this is so nice. Jimping, fully functional on the spine. Love that. Very nice blade shape. That is about as ideal a blade shape as you could ask for general, EDC purposes. You still have your tip, but you still have belly. This is also a fairly robust blade as well. Whoever your Taiwan OEM is incredible. I handle a lot of Spyderco knives, and Spyderco has knives made in the USA. They have knives made in China, and they have knives made in Taiwan. Spyderco's Taiwan knives are some of the nicest Taiwan knives I've ever, experienced, but they do have little manufacturing hiccups here or there. When compared to your typical Chinese OEM knives, if you've been out of the knife world for like the last 20 years, you're going to go, well, China, you mean that place that can't make anything right? The Chinese made pocket knives are outrageously, ridiculously good. Like the high-end Chinese knives are unbelievable. Some of the most perfect knives that I have ever experienced were made by, like hyper prestigious companies like Riat or Poikilo. They are impossibly perfect, right? So when something is impossibly perfect, nowadays, we just assume in this world, in this industry, you assume it's got to be made in China. It's too good, right? In fact, this is something that has gotten certain companies here claiming to make their knives in the USA. It's gotten them in trouble because people picked up on the fact that they are just too nice. I'm not implying this at all about off-grid knives. No. But the Taiwan manufacturing stuff is really, really close. And I've been noticing with a few companies who use a Taiwan OEM, it's been getting better and better and better. If you hadn't told me, I would say this has to have been made by a prestige Chinese OEM because it's so nice, right? That sounds, it really sounds like I'm implying like they're lying about it. I don't think they're lying at all about it. They've had a Chinese OEM and a Taiwan OEM for a long time. Who it is, I have no idea. Whoever they are is doing a really good job. They're doing a better job than Spyderco's Taiwan OEM, which is also really good. I'm just saying, really, really good. It also costs more money for them to have it made in Taiwan versus China, because Taiwan and China are two different places. I can hear you. I can hear people cracking their knuckles, right? You're going to give me the old what for in the comments. You go ahead and you type up your paragraph, and then I'll go ahead and not read it. Taiwan and China are two different places. But they absolutely also have two completely different costs associated with manufacturing. It costs substantially more to have something manufactured in Taiwan, especially working with these materials and at these tolerances. So it would be cool if Off-Grid wanted to chime in and let us know what their HRC range was for M398. I would be super happy to find out that it was at least 62. I'm not going to be super mad if it's 61, but between 61 and 64 is kind of where I'm hoping and expecting it to be. The higher, the better. I don't know if M398 can actually go higher. I'm not really sure, but it's a steel that I obviously need to do more research on. Let's go ahead and measure these. Overall length, I think it's the same as the first one I reviewed, 7 1/4. Blade length is 3 1/4. I don't know why I'm measuring the other one, because it's going to be the same. And then I'll weigh it for you real quick too. I really like this kind of champagne and gray with the gray blade. I think that looks really, really nice. That is for sure my favorite. Did I have this on ounces? I just did so what I just did before this was the Kumu fixed blade unboxing. And I'm wondering if I measured it in ounces. 4.6 ounces. And I know people say 4.6 ounces for a knife that's only 7 1/4. Yeah, but it's pretty beefy. It's kind of a beefy chunko boy, right? Probably at least 140, maybe 150 thousandths on the spine here. So it's pretty meaty. Doesn't feel aggressively huge. Actually feels really nice. But yeah, quite a bit of beef there. Okay. that's going to be it today, guys. Please, and you'll get a full review on this. I'll put links in the description for these. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like. So check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.